I am Thane Askeladd of Whiterun. Well, that is who I am today. My true name was given by my mother, a woman of the Reach. I've been a bandit, a thief, a sword for hire. I've had many mentors and masters, but through sheer circumstance, or perhaps fate itself, I have found myself in Skyrim, and have embraced my destiny as Dragonborn. I have retrieved the Elder Scroll I need to stop the Dragon Menace, but I still have loose ends to attend to before I face my foe, Alduin. So, to recap, we are going to Karthwasten, kind of. We're going here for the bandit camp to sort of continue along the Saints and Seducer's questline. And then we're going to find Liar's Retreat, which I think, from memory, is like around here somewhere. And the reason we're going there is because you can find all of the, well, most of the different blood types for the elves. Damn. Remember, Askeladd tries to not have to do this, but it's kind of hard when they don't really give him much of a choice. You know, and remember, he escaped with Madanach and Reachman, but, like, you know, it's hard to... In some ways, it's actually kind of, like, realistic in the way that the Reachmen that are out here trying to, you know, attack people wouldn't look at me and go, like, oh, hey, fellow Reachman. So, I think it's a fair call. Whoa. What's this new mud crab out of nowhere business? I swear that's happened before this playthrough. So we're still going deep into health in terms of stats as well. Which kind of like, the only thing I could, you know, it might be nice with some stamina, but eventually I think we can just, you know, enchant some gear. Once again, like, come back to that. It's like, enchanting can fix all our problems. You know. The misty mountains of the Reach. I think the Reach has a really nice atmosphere. It looks really cool. I think, you know, I as much as a lot of other people, I mean, so like oh, hold on. I do like the idea. We're getting attacked by an assassin. Hold on, let's take this with some seriousness.
I'll see you burn.
So someone's been doing I guess I'm getting pretty famous. Someone using a black sacrament to get the Dark Brotherhood to come and assassinate me, so I must be a problem for some people. But yeah, as much as the Reach could have been like a, you know, originally is kind of described in the lore, it's like the fertile kind of breadbasket of Skyrim, and that's why everyone fights over it all the time. You know, that's cool and all, but perhaps also it might be, sorry, not perhaps also, I'm just saying I do like this alternative just from a thematic sort of aesthetic kind of point of view. This version of the Reach, well, the official version of the Reach, does look really cool.
That's close enough. Someone there?
Oop. Not me missing. Just trying to use staff a bit to get our bearings. Off he goes. What was a bust of Sovngarde? Okay. You can pick this up. That killed them. But yeah, a little bust of, I'm assuming it's supposed to be Sovngarde. What do we got? Golden sword, golden saint shield. A soul tomato. What does a soul tomato do? Is that an ingredient, maybe? Maybe it's like a... Seemingly, I think it's a soul gem. Let me just recharge this stuff. Golden arrows. Okay, and lies a retreat is across there. So that finished a few quests off though. Was it restoring or... Okay, return to Rasad as well. We could kind of do that. So we've killed off all the saints and seducers bandits, but now we're kind of trying to find the source of the whoever's been conjuring them and whatnot. Where would Rasad be? Because he moves. Over there at the moment. We'll try and catch him along the way somewhere. Whoop. Okay, Lies retreat. Okay. Okay, how are we gonna go about this? I feel like they're all kind of tough. Whoa, they are kind of tough. Why not? May as well. Alright, we're gonna have to go back to the staff. Whoops. Oh, I'm done, I think. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, man. Oh no. That was my break. There we are. Okay. There we are. Oh, I had to abuse a lot of potions to get through that. There you go. I'll take those. We already got the Dark Elf from before. I'm gonna start picking up arrows, just... That's the Bosma. It's a cool kind of place, this. It's like a setup that's just, you've got this like bandit home that's been overtaken by Falmer, and there's all the damage that's left over. It's cool. Let me just check. It's cool when they... It's really... Excuse me. That's really cool when they added all of these in with the Dawnguard DLC. The heavy armor set. Just a really cool, unique looking armor. So I think there's a bandit in here that's still alive. He's locked himself in. I guess he didn't die, but it's the orc. A dwarven warhammer, harvest blood. Okay. How are we doing with finances? 5,000. I mean, we're spending a lot on training and soul gems and such, and that's why we're kind of end up hanging around that same Ford Valestone. That same sort of level we've been bouncing between sort of 5, well, 2 and 10,000 really. Oh, and we can level up now as well. So, we were still unsure of what to do before. Smithing was an option as well. But we'd have to go to someone with better smithing to train us up. Although on the flip side, enchanting, we could probably just wait a second, get that one, and then we're basically ready to... I'd even make new gear then, perhaps, and yeah, just having to think about it. Also, what do we have? We've just got to get High Elf Blood. So High Elf Blood's the last component. So, may as well then. But may as well while we're here just sort of clean out the rest of this tomb. Always good, get some lockpicking practice. Like by the time we're doing the Thieves Guild stuff, we should just have a default like lockpicking that's pretty high. All that 15 gold. There it was. Because we've picked up a lot of stuff. I can ditch like the Elven Dagger or something. I don't remember this being a very long dungeon. Got some iron ore. Sneak. Oh. I hate it when it does that. Flame Metronach staff, but that was so... we are having to balance a lot of our inventory. Surely there is something here that I could probably ditch. Probably that. I don't even care too much for it. Nor do I think I'm going to keep it in the long term. Still, Dragonbone for sure, isn't there? It's funny because this stuff is actually not as valuable as some of the other things we can pick up.
Now ain't this
Whoop. Man. Gotta watch myself. Bone arrows. This is a new Creation Club thing. I don't know if they're like dragon bone arrows. That looks very much so what they're supposed to be. But then why are they even added? Are they different to dragon bone arrows? I don't know. Whoa. Okay, I have a feeling. Let's get Man, okay. We've really got to up our armor game, I think. Okay. I'm assuming they were like just eating these folk. Elma sword. Damn, a glass bow. Too many delicious things. Learn that. Soul Stealer arrows. Huh. Okay, now let's decide what we're going to put back. Oh, the dragon bones. They're the less, like, important things. They're actually not even as high value as some of the other things. Alright, let's get out of here. We need to go sell stuff. We also need to find High Elf Blood. The best way to do that, perhaps, would be to either find a random mage or pick off Thelmor groups. Like, lure them into attacking us. Perhaps Solitude is the way to go. We're sort of headed in that direction anyway. Oh, that's new. And then we can also boost our enchanting and get those 2 perks. And then we can make ourselves a new set of gear before we start approaching the rest of the main quest.
Hey, Longhammer, set us up with a round of... What in Oblivion happened?
Okay. Right.
Here.
Move, you bastard! I would have been able to get away with it if it wasn't for you. I'm still gonna get away with it. Cool.
I heard something.
Yeah, what if you got an arrow to the face? Of course you heard something.
I guess I was just hearing things. I submit. Thought I heard something.
no. We got Nordic armor that we've got to get now. There's a glass war axe. So much stuff. That's the other thing is, GOG doesn't really carry things. Oh, look at that value, that delicious value. Okay, let's see what we can do. I would probably drop the dragon bone and the scales. That gets us to 400. Then 1 potion of carry weight. Surely there's something. By 30? Yes. I could. I'm not. I'm not even gonna try and squeeze more. Let's just get out of here. Gunner. Okay. And I'm just gonna quickly fast travel to Solitude, because then I can cop the slow walking. Kind of a lifesaver potion in that regard. Okay, long wait anyway. We did it. Trying to think what's another achievable set of gear for us to could even just.
Why, hello.
Oh no, the leather armor is probably. I was thinking like Thieves Guild armor maybe, but don't know. Oh, and of course it's not enchanted.
Take a look.
How we would like it. Have a look at this. Options. Boatswain clothes. Some of these are from the Creation Club stuff, so I mean, look like that. That might be cool. Like I said later, if we go like completely ebony flesh only kind of style character, and we'll get the mage armor perks, and maybe it could be cool later game. Oh, they even sell the. That's a little strange. I guess they sell the new robes from the Ghost of the Tribunal here. I mean, it's not impossible. The Nordic circlets. Some expensive stuff. Vagrant robes. Alright, well look, we might as well, we've got a lot to sell anyway, so we'll see. We might be able to... Damn, we've gone to the one store that we can't really sell a lot to. Sell that at least. Alright.
Finally.
Just enjoy the nice, like, slow, long, awesome looking walk through the city. We also need high off blood. Not going to kill these two, but need to find someone.
A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
I know that's Burner's Alderman,
Think that missing out on some wonderful opportunities working in that bar.
but I want to go to the Smith. Actually, maybe the Fletcher.
If you're interested, traveler.
I'm not interested. Not yet. Maybe there'll be some nice opportunities with a bow. Maybe they have crossbows. I am keen to try and use them at some point, but maybe I'll even wait to the Dawnguard section to really like get into, you know, the Dawn into the bows. I do think I'd have to look it up how to do it. Because I like I was saying before, there's some nice patches and so on, which maybe I'll apply later, that integrate things into the world space better. So they actually put the crossbows in.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
We'll settle that another time. I'm coming. This should be enough just so I can get freedom of movement.
You look a bit... Bows and arrows for the mighty huntsman.
Okay, we can sell off Dwarven Warhammer, Glass Bow, Glass War Axe. Let's see what you have first. Lots of... There's one example of a crossbow. 109. Like, this is the problem. Everything's not going to compare. 109, but it doesn't have the same, like, a DPS, I guess. Oh, it does have some of them integrated. There you go. You can buy it. Like, there. Interesting. My only problem is we've still got... We always end up with so much weight. Right? Orcish crossbow. 120, 126. The silver crossbow. Curious. I think we might save this for the Dawnguard era of things when we do like get to that eventually. So I think we could squeeze out one more little. That's fine.
Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you.
Perhaps you will. Is there a... Just checking around to
Hello and welcome, my friend. How may I help you
to
on this
see
fine
if there's
day?
like a book somewhere for a creation club. Oh, there's an archery book there. It's handy. Nothing here. Okay. Alright. Now we'll offload. Yeah, we'll offload. We need offload. I was considering like, yeah, I'll try and enchant some, but I'm like, we'll just buy him out. Yeah, gone. Okay, it's too much. What have we got? Full on. Let's just get a bunch of leather from him, bunch of iron ingots. Leave it at that for a moment. We can definitely sell him that now. I'll go put that in my house. May as well just hold on to it.
Return anytime you need arms or armor.
So what can I make?
Never rest.
I can make this again. How does that compare? It's way better. Yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna have to make a new set of this. It's like, yeah, I could be using... Wait, man. Telekinesis arrows, so you... It's just like using these as telekinesis. Whatever. I feel like it's probably something that might not actually work out that well. Like in terms of the execution. Ah, hold on. I was supposed to hang around here for a second because I'm making the rest of this plate armor just to...
Seems they're the finest weapons and armor.
Okay. Damn, can you at least take the iron mace?
Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Should I use that yet? Hold on. Firstly, do I have enough leather? So I don't want to... Yeah, alright. Cool. I've made that exquisite set. I don't know if there's anything we can even do on the grindstone. Can't do anything until I can enchant magic items anyway. Enchanting. You're gonna have to
Go fiddling with it.
duck in here.
Watch the skies, traveler.
There's the enchanting table.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
Let's
It's
use all
not
this stuff.
Pause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The men going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulf pillage the city.
General,
You people and your damn Jarls.
sir, you can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody and so on.
Sir.
And there we go. Sorry, I was just listening to that little Imperial conversation going on in the background. Okay, so 100% stronger. May as well get to that. And then we've only got one perk to go with enchanting. But for the meantime, we can enchant ourselves a very, strong chunk of gear.
Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn. I just don't know it yet.
Okay.
Beerend, take a look.
Let's just straight up buy whatever Sovengarde. Okay. Doesn't really have more. Damn. I thought this was going to be easy. I thought I might just be able to go and just buy Grand Soul Gems. Anyway, let's get rid of some of the stuff with weight. So bow, sword, axe. Damn. Perfect. Any cool stuff? Ebony plate. It's another nice new addition. Okay, maybe... Who's the other one here? Maybe we'll go into the... then I've got to listen to the whole fire... not Folk Firebeard or whatever talk about the whole Fatima thing. We're not doing that. Alright, let's just... Sard's still at Windhelm, is he? Well, let's go to... Let's go to Whiterun just because by the time we get there... We'll probably go mostly through a day cycle. Or I was wrong, I should have gone to Mark.
So you can cast a few...
Alright, I'll just wait this out.
I supposed to be impressed?
Of course, we also forgot to find a Thalmor High Elf.
I don't claim. Take a look. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Have I completely bought you all out?
Welcome to... Take a look.
You've got something. Keep the arrows because they're weightless. Take that. Take that.
Good doing business with you.
Okay, then we're going to duck back to the home. We're not leaving here without going back to the home. May as well just get the gift of charity.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Sure.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Please have refreshed your stock.
Trinkets, odds and ends,
Yes.
that sort of thing.
Grand Soul Gem, grand. 1, 2, 3. Cool, we can even go fill some of those ourselves. If we're not being lazy. Staff of Familiar. Staff of Flame Atronach. Let's get rid of those Dragon Bones first, because I know they're going to be... Did we already? Huh. Sure, have that. Have that, have that. Have that. Have that. Holding on to that. Have that one. I'm sure there's like a potion I can sell you. There we go.
Do come back.
Okay.
Huh?
Do you get to the Cloud District
I feel like...
often?
Have I... Man, I've got a lot of... I guess I've just... a lot of the armor is just at least double up. But I've still got some of this to sell off.
Oh,
Let's see what the Court Wizard has.
Winter. I breathe now in royalty and reshape this land which is mine.
Got to be careful with the staff because I feel like I can potentially waste a bunch of Grand Soul Gems. Maybe we'll do some mammoth hunting regardless.
Absurd that you can't get good sweet rolls in the skeever hole of a city.
Honored to see you again, my Thane.
It seems there's damnable spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Why not? You can have that and that one. Yeah. This soul tomato thing, not sure about it. Maybe I'll give one of the Vala stones because we've got a lot of them. We've got the Black Star as well. It's not right like we're ever running out of...
the aptitude.
options. So what are we? 3 Grand Souls. Okay. Let's go and hunt some giants.
College in Winterhold.
Actually, before I really forget. Okay, how about this? Don't forget. We're going to go to Sleeping Tree Camp as well, so maybe there's some stuff to hunt. So we want the mammoths, that's what we're soul trapping. As for the giants, we can just dispose of them quietly, because I kind of don't want to accidentally get any other souls. I think giants get locked at level 30 something. Real goddamn, oop. Cool. There's a grand soul. Soul capture. Now we can just cool. Nothing wrong with a little mammoth hunting. Ebony boots. Let's see. Take the tusks. I feel like it's the more respectful thing to do. Okay, something else is coming. What is it? Okay. Ooh. Okay, wow. Being ambushed. Not a fan. Good. We are now filling up on these. Maybe now what will happen is they actually don't stop attacking me. It's a revenge note. Askeladd the Breton that slew Kinthal. Maybe this is a one-off thing. Regardless. Bro. See, it's archers. It's always archers. Got him. Just filling up my inventory again. Okay, let's just do this note thing here, because then we can talk to Isolde as well. It's just one giant. Okay, so as old as sent people out to look for this sap. How many grand soul gems we got? 5. What do we actually need? 6. Oh, but we got the black star as well. Okay. Done. Let's quickly dack back to the Tundra Homestead. Drop off the Taj of the Blooded, because we really don't need that. Kind of feel like just putting the ring on. I'll put the Ring of Namira on this guy. Does it even show up? Doesn't. It's not going to show up. I don't want to display it. Oh, it's got its generic. Can I? I'll equip the Taj of the Blooded. Whoops. There we are. Cool. And I've got nothing else really to... Like I said, the Ring and a Mirror, it's so light. There's no reason that I really have to get rid of it. Kind of keep it as a little keepsake in case I ever do want to go for a little bit of random cannibalism for whatever reason. I do wish it had more, that cannibalism had more, valuable benefits, I guess. Like to make it really like, oh, should I? Because that's what's always most fun about something that's, from a moral perspective is evil or like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Is when it's so tempting, if it's not tempting, if it's like, the benefits are so small, which is kind of what like they kind of are. It's very easy to then just deny, Oh, I didn't know that book was there. Okay, I do have a potion of enchanting, don't I? Draw it for 60 seconds. Well, let me plan out what I want to do first. That's makes sense. Two-handed. I'm maxing the archery damage, but I'm kind of thinking whether I should max something else. I also have the options for health and stamina. Let's have a browse. So, the gold ring and necklace, I think I should just go for archery again. We also have Fortify Restoration, and that's one of the things I think that kind of might be more important. If you assume, like in terms of cutting the costs, because you only drop off the 1 iron flesh. It's not like a 37% more damage, and I'll probably be able to get closer to 40. What to do. Well, let's assume archery we can put everywhere. Oh, does that... Oh, that's two-handed. Well, let's have a look. Let's assume we're doing the boots. What do we have? There is fortified two-handed, but there's also stamina, which you get like a 60-point boost. Once again, it's like, is it worth it? Huh. There's also fortify one-handed if we want to boost that. It's basically choice between one-handed, two-handed, and stamina. I'd probably stick with a two-handed still, because once again, we're a main two-hander, and it's... yeah. So as for the armor, that's where we have the options of restoration or alteration. And then everything else... yeah, 4 out of 6 has been archery before. Unless we want to change that up. Decisions. Let me just have a think for a second. Because we can always make a second set of like rings, for example. If I take that off, how much does the alteration cost? For Iron Flesh, 91. So that will wipe out my whole magicka, but that's fine. Like I don't have to. Like it's often restoration's probably the stronger move there. Because if we go with that, you got things like fast healing. That'll be like with 2 enchanting pieces. There'll be 15 to drop that off. Look, let's level up to here. That might help us. Because that's all done. Nothing to do here. Ooh, Canilli. Ooh, we're close to getting a third alteration. Third magic resistance. Here we kind of need to just keep it around here, like unless we've got... oh. Maybe that's useful. Especially once it's at 50%. Huh. And then we've got potions. Like we haven't... yeah, we're not really often sitting there waiting for magicka to restore. I don't want to be hasty with that one. Tell you what, that's kind of appealing. Although, where are we at with light armor and two-handed and such? Because one's appealing from a convenience sake, so... we're starting to get some good perks in light armor. Archery's pretty maxed. Guess it's just that, isn't it? Because we are just getting hit sometimes. I think ultimately it comes down to we're using a crappier light armor. 1, 2... because the match set bonus too would be very useful. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. I've noticed we should do a preference for two-handed because bows are sort of there. We're missing one on the two-handed strike. And usually I feel like archery, you can afford to take some more shots from a distance, whereas if you're using two-handed, you want the damage to be, you know, you want it over and done with as quick as possible. And this will help us survive. There we go. So, yeah, 196 plus then we have our thing. So, okay. This is how we're going to do it. We don't need the alteration. It's not necessary. So the scout armor will go for restoration. Okay? That would cut like that. Then we will also put that on the hood. So that we'll just get our healing back really quick. Okay? We'll also go in for... get rid of the restoration, and we'll go for the fortified two-handed with things. So, two-handed scout boots, gauntlets, and ring and necklace. Restoration. Okay, cool. I've kind of got this, so I'm gonna just focus. I'm not gonna bother taking the time to rename them, because if I do, I might miss out on that sweet buff. Okay. Item. Scout helmet. Restoration. Fortify restoration. Scout boots. Fortified two-handed. Fortified two-handed. Gold ring, fortified two-handed. Cool. I don't even have any more soul gems to enchant with. Okay, so now if we have a look at that new set, it's exquisite as well. We can sell off the other set, we don't need it, so 39% more damage per add. And we've got half casting costs for restoration now. Cool. How was it 40? I don't get how it was 40% on that and 39% on that. But regardless, our options... Chrysamere is 138 damage per strike. Plus, when we've got this equipped, we get the 10% absorb magic, slow health regen, and resist fire, 15%. I just think that's a nice combo. I'm like considering keeping these, but it's like I kind of don't even want to. I'll just enchant new ones. So I feel like doing two-handed for a bit, you know. I feel like it's also a little bit more heroic feeling for when we're tackling the like dragons and stuff for the final quest and stuff like that. Plus, we've got that restoration back ability to get a, you know. All right, off to do some selling. What did I want to do? I wanted to talk to Isolde though, so I don't want to completely run out. Talk to Isolde, then we will go off to this Rissard fellow.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Sure. What?
She might just... Okay, she's probably home. 7.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard.
It's a fine day. Did you? So Ulag didn't... If you found any of the sap, I'd be willing to pay you the same cut I offered him. Better price than you're likely to find otherwise. Ah, of course. How much have you got? Very good. Be sure to bring any more sleeping tree sap you find to me. How the tree came to grow there is a bit of a mystery.
Cool. Yerlin Greymane. He's probably got a new inventory. I can sell off some of that Golden Saint garbage. I have to wait 2 more hours, I think, though. He only comes out at like 9 or 10 or something. Then Azrasad. Is he just hanging out over there? Okay. I think it is him. And then the High Elf. The High Elf blood is the last part we need to do.
Got a lot of steel. Gods be praised.
Okay, let's just do this while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can move.
Gods be praised.
Okay. We will sell you that. We will sell you that, that, and that, and that. There's a lot of stuff here. Just sell off the bulk of all of these, like, weapons and stuff. Whatever, man. Enjoy.
We done?
Okay. Now we can move over to Windhelm Stables. We'll see what's going on up here.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, there's a high elf. Every high elf's looking extra tasty, you know. Should we kill them and take their blood?
How can I assist? Take a look.
We don't actually need those. What cool stuff have you got? Okay, look, oh no, there were weapons left, weren't there? We'll give you this one. You can take that one arrow. Golden bow. They're all weightless. It's the other thing to consider. I never really end up using all of these too much. And you can really see the difference in cost of enchantments. Alright, you can take that old alteration armor.
Excellent. And now, please, accept this token of appreciation. I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
Okay, well then there's that investigate Solitude Sewers thing, which would actually lead us down the quest proper.
Never should have come here.
Which is a bit rich. Hold on. Just considering my options here. We've put on all the new stuff. Yeah, okay. Well. I keep winning. This is too much. They're just giving me free armor. Revenge for Svarig. I hope that's just like this one on each count. Like one, they only do this one time each. Like it's not some... long-standing sort of this is going to happen all the time thing. Whoops.
You ready to die today? Huh? Guess it's all clear now.
Whoa. Resist frost.
Need a ride?
Ah, man. Poor horse. Okay, did the high elf dude die by any chance? I was like legitimately considering it, so should I stop him from dying? Because if he didn't, I would have taken his blood and he must have run inside or something. Coward. Alright, into Windhelm we go. Wait till morning.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall.
Yeah, need some med. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Have a dark bow, dark dagger, dark sword, dark war axe.
Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
Need something?
Oh, it's not.
Assorted fruits and vegetables, all delicious and affordable.
No.
Where's the high elf girl?
Askeladd,
There she is.
I told you to leave my tools alone. You have yours.
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days?
Hammers don't.
Mm-hmm. If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires
it.
and strong ale.
You gonna sell stuff?
I'd travel more, but
Okay,
who wants to deal with
whatever.
all the soldiers these days? Thank you for your custom.
Taking my business to the Grey Quarter.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall.
You're a war hero, Brunwolf. Ulfric will listen to you.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. All my... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
The boots. Come on, you've got a grand soul gem or something. Sure, that will come in handy later. Send you them. Look at us. A two-handed focused character now. Yes, you can have that. Okay.
Do come again.
Like to keep that freshly on, like, keep it empty just because we use Soul Trap all the time and there's heaps of enemies to fight. High elf, huh? Maybe a stretch, but let's check this place out. Of course. Of course. So what does our armor actually become now? 276. Epic dragon fight. Let's actually just see how much weaker the bow is. Still got that valuable stagger. No. I hate the frost just sucks so much. Actually, real quick, let's there we go. And let's test that fast healing. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Okay. You're stuck in here with me now. This is making a massive difference. Leave the dagger. There we go. Good call. I feel like there's another one over here. Yeah, see, the bow's still useful for the stun locking and getting some, like, distance damage, but it really is important that two-handed is maxed out. And I really should go for the damage perk next. Oh, usually there's a... maybe they came down. Okay, then, let's go back to Septimus Cygnus. I mean... actually, also, before we've got the Ogma Infinium, right? So we're about to get it. So we should figure out what the best use... it's probably combat, I think. Because that will go through smithing, two-handed, one-handed, archery, light armor, and so on. Oh. Although that would be probably more helpful. The magic school. We don't really need it for the... I mean, we kind of... feel like combat would give us the most level ups. And if we put it in here, the alchemy through to destruction is kind of wasted. But it's a big boost to enchanting. Alteration. I'm kind of vibing the combat. I think enchanting and alteration will still get up there. Plus we can boost them easier, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
When the top level, I can almost hear them. I feel their life energy. Come, I will make the mixture.
And Askeladd is very curious to see what kind of treasure will be found.
What is this? It's just a book. I can...
Let's not pick those up. Take the Ogma Infinium.
Come, my champion. Now, you have my Ogma Infinium. It contains the knowledge of the ages, as revealed to Xarxes, my loyal servant.
Xarxes. I didn't notice that before.
For hundreds of years, it's been shut away from the world. Septimus was a useful tool for unleashing it. Now, it is in your hands. Let us work wonders together.
They should get nerds like me for the Elder Scrolls lore to playtest these things, mainly for their quests, because I feel like sometimes the quality control stuff's a bit silly. Like, it just went by and you've got Xarxes instead of Xarxes. It's just kind of like, it's such a silly mistake, and it's actually voice acted too. So it's like, I don't know. Like, man, they've got to have someone looking for that kind of stuff. So I killed more bandits in some funny armor, more trails to follow, but not for now. I built some new armor, finished up some tasks, and used the extractor to collect blood from each of the elven races so that Septimus Signus could open the Dwemer puzzle box hidden in the icebergs of Skyrim's north. He did so, and, well, I couldn't really make sense of it, but he was just reduced to ashes before my eyes. The Daedric prince, Hermaeus Mora, appeared before me, declared me his champion, whatever that means, and gave me a book, a strange tome that emanates an uncomfortable aura. It is called the Ogma Infinium. I'm curious to read such a thing, but, well, that is the last loose end that I wanted tied for now, and it is now time to learn the shout needed to fight Alduin. Alduin's Bane. Feel like that's where we're going next. Yeah, I don't see why. Why not? Besides the fact I could just... Yeah, I'll just travel to Winterhold and go into that chick store and sell the dragon bones just to get some... remove some of the weight in my inventory.
I'll sell trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Fine. I'll be nice. You're down bad anyway in this area. Like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, you could go and make a bunch of speechcraft gear, but look how much gold I've got.
Good day.
Okay. Off to off to the throat of the world.
You have it. The Kell, the Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos.
Sorry. I didn't realize I... Oh, it's just not registering. I thought I had the...
Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then. Fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay.
Okay, I won't delay Path and Act. It's alright.
Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the signs.
Gormley! Running out of time. The battle...
Dar Sulthurse Alduin Ukri. Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krifvoth Akrin. Die now in vain.
Know that Gormley sent you down to death. Hakon! A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Galto, Sori, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need
it. Deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Me, Tarudis, Ani, Him Hind Paliv, Zuu Hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tarudis Pardonax, my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar, you will
If I die today, it will not be in terror. You feel
the need!
First time, worm. I see it in your eye. Skyrim will be free!
It's no use. It's a smoke they'll be.
Hold Alderman on the wing. Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We shout you out from all our endings unto the last. You are banished!
It worked. We did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
Man, that was so epic when I first saw it, 2011. But man, does it look dated now.
My belly is full of the souls of your fellow mortals, Dovahkiin.
Okay, let's give it a save here. We've got Dragon Rend too, actually. Also, but yeah, it's crazy when you look at like how Skyrim's actually looking so dated now, and how oh whoops, I put on dragon skin. That not count. But yeah, it looks so dated. And when you think about it, it's like what Oblivion looked like to you with only like a 5-year gap. This is twice the gap in technology. Oh my! I don't like this bit. Yeah, I didn't even realize I got here. Where is he? Finally. Okay, real quick. Do I have any like potions of super duper power? Let's take that. Why not? Sure. Alright, solid beginning. I swear I've had harder times with other dragons.
spawn of Akatosh, Malagi Zoklat. I cannot be slain here by you or anyone else. You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal. Lot Kongrach. You truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory. Ni livrach hin moro. True, this is not the final Kongrach victory, but not even the heroes of old were able to defeat Alduin in open battle. Alduin always was Pachlok, arrogant in his power. Uznagar Par. He took domination as his birthright. This should shake the loyalty of the Dove who serve him. Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Matmahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, Yes, but your Sum is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need.
It sounds like a dumb question.
Yes. This was ages ago, you understand. There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and killed all my Zema. I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkosayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since. Look, Thum.
Well, now it's time for, I guess, Askeladd to pull some strings as Thane of Whiterun, and really help the city. He's got to go ask the Thane. Off to Dragon's Reach it is.
May the god... What is it that you need?
I need your help. I need to trap a dragon in your palace.
I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal. But I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out? Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times? I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn, and I will, but I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry. Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon-trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war into the bargain. Now, if you don't mind...
Season Unending. Man, it's such a... for Askeladd, it's such a great jump. Like these few months that he's been in Skyrim, his life's just flipped upside down. And it's not even just what he thought. It's not just about... oh, he, experienced some of the Reach culture through his mother and helped release someone. He, turns out he's basically a chosen one, a hero, a dragonborn. And now he slays dragons like they're nothing. They're just, all part of the package. But let's go to High Hrothgar, and we are going to try and organize this little peace council. But a good thing is he's actually really on his way to getting true power and influence. And his ability to shape the Reach might be...
We heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him? I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle. We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the way of the voice. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. Breath and focus.
Okay. Off first, I guess, to Ulfric Stormcloak, because he's the closest.
If it's bed or board you're off.
Algriff won't give us a straight answer.
He's a I do the cooking and cleaning around the palace.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on the White
I'm going to interrupt you both.
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Is that so? Yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. Railof's alive. I hope that's true. He's a damn good man, but he hasn't returned yet. So I'll need to wait for his account. For now, speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
If he's not with
Alright, slow down. That's not exactly what I wanted to talk to you about.
Best use your talents. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Alduin, the World Eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs. He knows that. They all know that.
How long?
Okay, well we've got Ulfric to agree. Time to get Tullius to agree.
Heard they're reforming at dawn. What is it? What is it?
I remember you. You were at Helgen. Speak to Legate Ricka. I suspect we could use someone like you. I see. Then there's nothing further to discuss. If you change your mind, speak with the Legate. The Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me? Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor.
We need a truce.
They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons. You may have a point. It's getting difficult to even move troops around without attracting a dragon attack. By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Even Ulfric might see the sense of a truce under these conditions. Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on
Right.
He'd be insane to try.
The Greybeards have called a peace council at High Hrothgar. Can you believe it?
High Hrothgar, let's go for the Peace Council.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Yes. Which is why I allowed this violation of all our traditions. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? Hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
Okay.
And so we meet again. But this time I know who and what you really are.
Alright. This is it. Gog standing here with me.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
I'll say what's the harm. I'll try and be negotiating because it's like I'm not pro Thalmor, but I'm also not like a. Let's just see how this goes.
Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know I won't be pushed around.
I'll say let Tullius have his way on this. He'll have to give ground later.
It feels like a mistake to me. But I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons. She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly... No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
A temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif,
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hoped to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
I'm gonna play neutral, I think. I think it's... Askeladd, once again, he's not hyper invested in any of their struggles, but he's also trying to contemplate like what it would be like. It's risky. It's weird because like now he's dealing with like Markarth as a situation. Like maybe if the Stormcloaks take it, it might not. I don't know. Maybe it'll upset a few things, but maybe the turmoil's a good thing for the Reachmen because then the Reachmen can use that as an opportunity to strike. Or I don't know. But how about Riften?
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threatened Ulfric's southern flank. You heard the man, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn. I came here in good faith, and now it seems you help the Empire at every turn. As for you, General Tullius, I see now that Galmar was right. Talking to the Empire is just as useless as ever. If you think you can hold Markarth, you're as deluded as your Emperor when he signed away our freedom to the Thalmor. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your pitiless agreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does
Shut
it have
up.
to do with the...
If he's right about Alduin, we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it mead. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
You surrender Hjalmarch to us, and take Idgrod Ravencrone with you. Sorli the Builder will take over as Jarl of Morthal.
Where do these demands stop, Ulfric? Do you expect me to surrender all of Skyrim?
It seems I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. What say you, Dragonborn?
Let's just agree, I think. Because I've got to do something in his favor. I'm trying to balance it out, you know?
Spoken like a true son of Skyrim. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. Jarl March will be turned over to Ulfric, with Sorley the Builder assuming the Jarlship. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Dwemer. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
All right.
There's one more thing. We know about it. That's fine. We needed his help. Now we don't. And it's long past time for him to pay for his crimes. And he's not just any dragon. He was the right hand of Alduin. He committed atrocities so infamous they are still remembered thousands of years later. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continue to help you. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master.
She's so full of shit. Yeah, screw that. Look, Askeladd appreciates Paarthurnax and his help, and he's not going to, even though like he could, because you know he's not like the most necessarily like he's morally flexible. Let's put it that way. But at the same time, Paarthurnax has been nothing but good to him and help him out, and the Blades suck. So That's that. That's Askeladd. Alright, let's, we're gonna fast travel. Time traveling is rather painful. I had quite the headache, but I learned the dragon wrench out that I needed, and of course, the second I come back, I have to face Alduin himself, ready to tear me in two. Let's just say that I'm the superior fighter, and I won. Well, I won round one because the black dragon fled, but I need to find out where he went, and for that, I needed one of his allies. As Thane of Whiterun, I was allowed to pull some strings with the Jarl, and he agreed to allowing Dragon's Reach to be used for its purpose, capturing a dragon, under the condition that there was a temporary truce, agreed to by both parties of the Civil War. A council was held at High Hrothgar, and I was an intermediary of a kind. After great debate and a few momentary tantrums, a temporary peace was agreed to, but under some conditions that resulted in the Imperial control of Riften and Stormcloak control of Markarth. Perhaps the transition and rule of Markarth may create space for Madanarch and the Forsworn to gain some ground. Perhaps. My status as Dragonborn has brought me not only raw power to shout apart my enemies, but has also given me the voice of influence, a power I should consider important for my future goals. Okay, so let's go down to Dragon's Reach. So now Markarth is in the hands of the Stormcloaks, which has changed things up. But potentially that's made the situation better. I mean, like, look, all of the situations suck for the Reachmen, but having the transition of power might make it easier to deal with later.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Alright, let's call a dragon.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots.
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
This was your crazy.
Let's do it.
Fiend!
Don't have to use.
We're ready when you are.
Hear that?
Whoop. Let's see. Damn. My little goblin mate just stabbed at him, prodding the dragon.
Rubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovengarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this. Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice.
Something to tell the... You sure about that? You want to let that drag... Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again.
Sir, you have no...
Get ready to open the trap.
I have waited for such an opportunity.
This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
All the gods.
Was nu? Dini dein Ruthi Astval.
Nice. Okay.
Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
Let's do it.
I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase. Amativ, Mubo Kotin Stinselok.
So Eastern Mountains, it must be up high in the Velothi sort of mountains somewhere. Hidden.
This is it. Far as I can take you. Grifboth Akrin. I will look for your return.
I wonder if Gog's going to stay behind or if he's going to miraculously reappear at some point. Okay. Let's do it. remember asking you to join. Let's quickly get some stamina potions in. We could be taking all that, could be a risk, but... Cool. Just slaying my way through dragons. I feel like it's far more heroic doing this whole section with a sword. Much more fun. It's gonna land over there, is it? Just explore this tower, because why not? Okay, real quick. Cool. Draga Deathlord gone. Was there anything even worthwhile coming into here for? Maybe upstairs. Okay. Ooh, steel armor. Lucky. Maybe just pops out the top. Nothing of worth, or maybe in this. Nope, that was a waste of time. Yeah, come on. Probably need Iron Flesh again. Oh, sick. I'm enjoying the whole two-handed path of things. I think it's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, the Death Lord's all the way up there. Come on. All right. We've got, yeah. And then the tiny bit of magic. Don't we have minor magic potions somewhere? I'm sure we do. Sure. Which then if I do? Okay. One at a time. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually recharge that stuff too. Otherwise I'm gonna get caught. Okay. Do we have a health potion I might quickly use? Actually, no. Okay. Okay. Quickly get ourselves another. That's fine. Okay. All right. Let's just check the stuff. What are the flawed Valor stones? I like that Reachman style. Like, I like the vibe of it for a Reachman. Done. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Okay, and then there was this fella. By the way, guys, I completely forgot. While we're here, let's read the Ogma Infinium, and I am thinking we are going to go for the Path of Steel, because that's just going to boost a lot of our stuff. So, or Path of Might, sorry. So, alright, let's go. Health. Health again. That's 2 level ups. It ups everything by 5, doesn't it? Is it 5 or? For some reason I thought it was 15. But yeah, that's worthwhile. Gives us a nice healthy boost. And yeah, because all of the magic stuff we can kind of do ourselves, and none of it was like enchanting and alteration were high, but this one had more across the board, I thought. Especially with like light armor and stuff as well. So that's just 60. We can get to that slowly, but the one thing I'm thinking is actually smithing to get to arcane. But at the same time, I'm going to go in on the barbarian at the moment, and then I'm going to hold on to that other perk for when it gets to 80. Because I'm vibing the whole like hero aesthetic at the moment. Into the Skuldarfen Temple. May as well get a little bit of stealth in. Sneaky, sneaky. Wait. The heroic Askeladd. Okay. Oh, is that a puzzle? I love puzzles. Okay. What's the go with this one again? I haven't done this in a while. What is it? A whale face the side or something? Oh, does it turn all of them? No, it doesn't. And then I guess turn that to the eagle and it will open this one. Yeah. And there's a chest there. It's like, what's the point of these puzzles even? We talked about this in the podcast. But, like, really, what's the point? It just slows you down, that's it. It doesn't actually offer any sort of, like, oh, let's think about it, you know? I don't feel good. I don't feel rewarded or anything. I don't feel like I exercised my brain. Okay. I swear Frost Atronachs always feel scarier than they actually are, like in terms of damage and such. I know some people are going to be shouting at me for using the Ogma Infinium earlier, but like, it's the same deal with skill books. I don't really care, like, because with level by doing, it's somewhat unlimited, so you can just do it all. Later, it's not a big deal. But you can still level up. Actually, real quick. Did that go off? I guess it goes off, I just didn't hear the sound. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Whoop. There we are. Okay. What is it? What's this puzzle? Snake? Is that it? Oh, it's gonna be turn these to like what, whale? Alright, turn this one to eagle, I guess. Where's the storm call? Better recharge that stuff too. You can use the... still playing on expert too, so I think this is an adequate level. I don't know. I also like the way to feel powerful. One thing I am a fan of is the mod Morrowind, Morrowind Ultimate, because it rebalances things, makes a lot of the armor and stuff rare, but also you feel really strong at late levels, but a lot weaker at early levels. I feel like that's a much, not necessarily better, but at the end of the day, my favorite way to have a game sort of set up is it's really hard earlier on and difficult, and you come across difficult enemies, and then later getting overpowered doesn't bother me in the long term when it's like it feels earned, and like all of a sudden you can, these enemies, like say a Draga Scourge, say if it was really scary early on, it's such a satisfying feeling to then be like killing 6 of them in a row really quickly because your character's leveled up so much, and it shows how much they've leveled up and how improved they are, as opposed to some other situations where I find you're finally there, but now everything levels up with you and everything gets equally as hard. Like, parts of that is useful to a degree. Like, you do want some degree of scaling, or what I kind of prefer is consistently having tougher enemies, but not in the way that, like, if you have a Draga Scourge, you should be killing these. And Deathlords, say you can kill 5 Deathlords in a row now because you're a super OP high-level character, then you should have bosses and sort of like certain types of enemies or challenges that continue to push the envelope. I might pick that up. Actually, have we got 70 alteration yet? No, but when we do, we can get another magic resistance. And off he goes. Is the black star full? No. I'm assuming he has the claw, the diamond claw. So what is it? Fox, moth, dragon. Fox, moth, dragon. Fox, moth in the middle, dragon. Alright, what a puzzle. Okay, now in here somewhere, yes, there is the storm call wall. You know what, I might even use that here because it's probably like one of the... Often I find there's too many like friendly NPCs in the way or stuff like that, so it never... I never find Stormcall, like, unless for like specific build or something, or I don't know, often it's just like, oh, it distracts your companions and it just becomes a little bit bothersome. But in this scenario, everyone's an enemy, so may as well. Like that, you know. Okay. Yeah, I'll just knock them off. This should kill them all, like you should disappear real soon. Yep, and he's gone. It's just up here. Okay, we'll use Stormcall. Where are we? Oh no, I've already got it on.
Strut! Bah!
Alright, take your staff or whatever you want. Alright, there you go. Dragon Priest Staff and Nakrin, which is actually a pretty solid helmet. Okay, cool. I don't really care for the stuff, it's fine. Sovngarde we go! Ho ho ho! Welcome to Sovngarde, ladies and gentlemen. I can hear Alduin out there.
Turn back, traveler. Terror waits within this mist. Many have braved the shadowed veil, but vain is all courage against the peril that guards the way. Near Giant's Gap, in the gloom before dawn, then we stood and fought. But I never knew if Night's End brought victory. I do not know.
Alright, he doesn't know. He's a wandering soul. Let's keep moving. Whoa, there's Alduin. I don't think we've got any interesting characters to talk to here because we haven't done the Civil War or companions or anything. Sun.
What brings you, Wayfarer Grim? To wander here in Sovengarde, Soul's End. Shore's gift to honor dead. A fateful errand. No few have chafed to face the worm, since first he set his soul snare here at Sovengarde's threshold. But Shore restrained our wrathful onslaught. Perhaps deep counseled, your doom he foresaw. I am soon, shield thing to Shore. The whalebone bridge he bade me guard. And winnow all those souls whose heroic end sent them here to Shore's lofty hall. Where welcome well earned awaits those I judge fit to join that fellowship of honor.
It's cool in retrospect that Sun he's a dead shield thane of Shore, who's also dead, and that's why they're in Sovengarde. But Stun is the Nordic equivalent of Stendar, god of ransom, and which is kind of like, you know, their version of mercy, and taught the Nords how to take prisoners of war and the benefits of taking them. But also, I think he also has some like justice, and there's a few other things attributed to him, of course, like many gods. But his symbol is a whale, and that's how he's depicted in the animal totems, and it's what's associated with Stun, who's Sun's brother. And Sun guards the whalebone bridge, as in Stun. So you can kind of look at it as like maybe it's like symbolic of that brotherhood or something, you know.
No shade are you, as usually here passes, but living, you dare the land of the dead. By what right do you request entry? Ah, it's been too long since last I faced a doom-driven hero of the Dragonblood. Living or dead, by decree of Shore, none may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy by the warrior's test.
Oh.
Oh.
Can I even? Nah. Oh, I better sort myself out here. Hey, hee 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 hee. I don't feel too worthy. Oh, I didn't have to.
You fought well. I find you worthy.
Look how small I am.
It is long since one of the living has entered here. May Shore's favor follow you and your errand.
It's cool that the gods are like oversized, like super Nords, like kind of what you can imagine the Atmorans look like. I don't know, I always imagine the Atmorans as like beastier and bigger initially, before intermixing with Nedics and Sirids, getting smaller and getting to like kind of like the Nords that you have today. Into the Hall of Valor.
Welcome, Dragonborn. Our door has stood empty since Alduin first set his soul snare here. By Shore's command, we sheathed our blades, and ventured not the Vale's dark mist. But three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe. Gormlaith, the fearless, glad-hearted in battle. Hekon, the valiant, heavy-handed warrior. Feldir, the old, far-seeing and grim.
Ysgramor himself. And he does have Wuthrat on his back.
My disciples still follow the difficult path. The way of the voice is neither wide nor easy. But if you stray from wisdom...
At long last, Alduin's doom is now ours to seal. Just speak the word, and with high hearts, we'll hasten forth to smite the worm wherever he lurks.
Hold, comrades. Let us counsel take before battle is blindly joined. Alduin's mist is more than a snare. Its shadowy gloom is his shield and cloak. But with 4 voices joined, our valor combined, we can blast the mist and bring him to battle.
Feldir speaks wisdom. The World Eater, coward, fears you, Dragonborn. We
Far
must
you've
drive
traveled,
away his mist,
trials
shouting
long,
together,
to taste of
and then
Sovengarde's
unsheath
sweet
our
delights.
blades in desperate battle with our black-winged foe.
To battle, my friends! The field will echo with the clamor of war.
Okay.
Our wills undaunted.
This is such a whack experience for Askeladd. Like, he's just sort of swept up in all of this, and he's just been continuing along the path, but it almost feels a little weird, like a bit like a fever dream almost, like, you know,
The eyes of Shore
all of this has happened in a few months as well.
Alduin, destroy his soul.
I think we have to use clear skies, don't we? But only when they say.
We cannot fight the foe in this mist.
Clear skies! Combine our shouts!
Yeah?
Again!
I did.
Does his strength have no end? Is our struggle in vain?
Stand fast! His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken.
Again! And we break his grim hold over Shor's realm and redeem it for eternity! Look!
Okay.
The endless wind. No escape this time, foul worm.
For the TFC, you know, I had to get a save in. There we go. There's some really cool theories and stuff about what happens here. About Alduin returning to... Like, not... He's being destroyed, but not... Like, you don't eat his soul. Because basically being returned to Akatosh, because he is a fragment of Akka, this idea of an oversoul, with like Auriel Akatosh, all the variations of.
And cleansed his Sovengarde of his evil snare. This was a mighty deed. The doom of Alduin encompassed at last, and cleansed his Sovengarde of his evil snare. They will sing of this battle in Shor's Hall forever, but your fate lies elsewhere. When you have completed your count of days, I may welcome you again with glad friendship and bid you join the blessed feasting. When you are ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so, and I will send you back.
All hail the Dragonborn! Hail him with great praise!
All hail the
Well, so Askeladd is now Dragonborn and has basically saved everything, and now he's, you know, he's a pretty powerful Dragonborn now, and a pretty crazy few months. You know, he's gone from, you know, had a really rough childhood and upbringing, but it's funny because this might connect him a little bit to his father. Well, at least the blood through his father, not his father's actions. He pretty much hated his father, but maybe his heritage, maybe he's leaning a bit. It's like, maybe I do have some Nordic capacity within me. But, yeah, let's head back.
When you are ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so, and I will send you back.
Alright.
Return now to Nurn, with this rich boon from Shor, my lord. A shout to bring a hero from Sovngarde in your hour of need.
Sarot fur Kanaran. Vakin los Oktavakrid.
Will the dragons fly? There's all these dragons recognizing my power.
Mulos Vomir.
So, it is done. Alduin Dilon, the eldest, is no more. He who came before all others, and has always been. Happy? No, I am not happy. Zeh mahi lost ondul bormahu. Alduin was once the crown of our father Akatosh's creation. You did what was necessary. Alduin had flown far from the path of right action in his Pachlok, in the arrogance of his power. But I cannot celebrate his fall. Zutiraz ach ochmah. He was my brother once. This world will never be the same.
The world's a better place without Alduin.
Perhaps. At least it will continue to exist. Greek Lochlein. And, as you told me once, the next world will have to take care of itself. Fool Nilos. Even I cannot see past time's ending. But I forget myself. Crosis, solos midfadon. Melancholy is an easy trap for a Dova to fall into. You have won a mighty victory, Shahroch Kongrach. One that will echo through all the ages of this world, for those who have eyes to see. Savor your triumph, Dovahkiin. This is not the last of what you will write upon the currents of time. Goran, I feel younger than I have in many an age. Many of the Dovahkiin are now scattered across Kizal. Without Alduin's lordship, they may yet bow to the Vaxen, brightness of my Thum. But willing or no, they will hear it. Fare thee well, Dovahkiin.
I love the idea that his cracked off horn is the horn of Jürgen Windcaller. I guess let's talk to the Greybeards. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, and Gog's back. Or might they be all asleep? I feel like, hey buddy, wake up. I defeated Alduin. Or maybe they're all outside. Maybe not. Yep, okay. Ulfgar.
I can see it in your eyes. You've seen the land of the gods and returned. Does this mean it is done? Is Alduin truly defeated?
As dead as I can make him.
Then it is done at last. Perhaps it was all worth it in the end. You've shown yourself mighty, both in voice and deed. In order to defeat Alduin, you have gained mastery of dreadful weapons. Now it is up to you to decide what to do with your power and skill. Will you be a hero whose name is remembered in song throughout the ages? Or will your name be a curse to future generations? Or will you merely fade from history, unremembered? Let the way of the voice be your guide, and the path of wisdom will be clear to you. Breath and focus, Dragonborn. Your future lies before you.
Okay. Well, straight after that, I feel like I've sort of... Askeladd can just kind of take this giant breath of relief. Like, even reflecting on what the Greybeard just said then, it's like, will you be a hero? What will you do with the rest of your life? Kind of, essentially, boiling it down, it's like, he's kind of remembered that he's kind of done. Like, he's got the reach to look after, but I guess he's got to seek out more power. He doesn't feel complete yet. Like, something hasn't changed. He's still conflicted. And in non-role-playing speak, we've got the Dawnguard to do, Dragonborn to do, Thieves Guild, plenty of things to do for his for the rest of his story. But for now, though, I think this is where we leave off Askeladd's story. Only very temporarily. I'm going to give this big graphical upgrade to the game with some very minor convenience mods and stuff like that. Still a very vanilla playthrough, but basically just visually make it look epic before we move on with the Dawnguard and Dragonborn and whatever else lies in store for Askeladd. It's cool, we've managed to keep this sort of leather armor as his look. It really is his look, but maybe it's just his look for the sort of first arc of his story, which has been, to sort of recap, I'm sure I'll write up a nice little recap and for this, but to play after. But really, he went, he got caught up in the whole deal, and came from Cyrodiil into Skyrim by kind of forced to, but perhaps it was destiny or fate. He was trying to escape from guards and so on in Bruma. Comes here, gets wrapped up in this whole dragon thing, and then he kind of tries to avoid it a little bit because he's like, I'm going to the, he's going to the Reach, and that's what he really wants to do. But then he realizes that the Reach can't be taken, or there's no change can be really made without a position of power, and realizes that maybe the Dragonborn destiny is his way to power. This is how he's going to free the Reach. But then he kind of gets swept up in it a bit and kind of forgets about the Reach. And there's Madanach and that back there doing it, but he wants to make a meaningful change. But there's still more to be done. A lot more to be done. He doesn't have all the answers yet. It's not right yet, but we'll see. Also, Markarth is now under the control of the Stormcloaks, and Riften under the control of the Imperials. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. There's a lot to do, but Gog's been a good help. We're yet to go back and visit Aola again. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back really soon, and get this, Skyrim 2022 underway. All right. Thank you so much for joining this long journey. I hope you've really been enjoying the really long form Let's Plays, because we've been trying. I just figure it works better. I feel like you can sit down and watch a really decent sized chunk, because it kind of does suck when you're like into a Let's Play and it's only like 30-40 minutes, maybe an hour, and then it's over, and then you got to wait a week or something like that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back and we'll see Askeladd again soon in HD. This is the last soak it in, because this is the last sort of vanilla graphics look of Askeladd. But thank you very much. My name is Scott from Fudge Muppet, and I'll be back to see you again very soon. It is done. I captured a dragon, rode Odoving to Skuldafn, found the portal to Sovngarde, and along with heroes of old, I slew Alduin in the heavens. It is over. I sit here now in the halls of High Hrothgar, and I feel a strange peace. The fate of this world is one of continuation. The next will have to take care of itself. These past months in Skyrim have changed me in ways I could not imagine. I've slain dragons, become a noble thane, spoken to gods, claimed powerful artifacts, released the king of my mother's people, read an Elder Scroll, and embraced my role as Dragonborn, which has earned me the respect of people all across the land. I have gained much power, but also influence, and I feel that this is what I will need to truly free the Reach. I am not yet ready, and I have a long road ahead. My name is Thane Askeladd of Whiterun, but my true name, given by my mother, is... Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Talk about a cliffhanger, I know, but you guys have been enjoying the series so much, and there is a lot of love for this character, so I can't but help want to continue his adventures, and he has a long way to go, and there's all the guilds and the DLCs, all of which fit into this guy's character arc, and this is just the beginning. But I'm gonna have to be honest, as refreshing as it has been to play vanilla Skyrim, I grow a little tired of the ancient graphics, and so I do want to give the game a fresh face, a graphical overhaul going into 2022. With only minor fixes and changes in the forms of patches or immersive things like guard dialogue and immersive citizens and so on. So overall, it will still feel like a vanilla Anniversary Edition in terms of perks and skills and like gameplay and towns and such, but just want to make it all look sexier. I really hope you enjoyed the journey so far, and there may be a small hiatus or break until I get the mod setup all sorted out, but thank you very much. Again, my name is Scott from Fudge Muppet, and I look forward to continuing Askeladd's journey with you in 2022.